transformations, rotations notes. So what is a rotation? A rotation is a transformation that turns every point of a pre-image through a specified angle and direction around a fixed point. The fixed point is called the center of rotation. Okay. The degree or angle through which the pre-image is rotated to form the image is called the angle of rotation. Okay, properties of rotation. All points move at the same angle and in the same direction around the same point. The points on a pre-image are labeled A, B, C, and the points on the image are labeled A prime, B prime, C prime. The number of apostrophes increasing with each rotation. So each point in the resulting image is congruent to the original and equidistant from the point that it corresponds to in the original pre-image. Okay, so for example here, the angle of rotation of DAD. So this is the rotation right here, and we went 180 degrees. So from here to here. So 180 degrees, flipped it. So the distance between DA and D prime is 2.02 centimeters, which is the same. So same with B to A, and B prime to A would be 6.02 centimeters. And then C to A and C prime to C or to A is 6.08 centimeters. So rotations in the coordinate plane around the origin, 90 degrees counterclockwise, which is the same as 270 degrees clockwise. You multiply the y coordinate by -1 and then interchange the x and y coordinates. So for example, you go from x, y to -y and x, because you're multiplying the y by -1 and then switching the x and the y there. So that would be 90 degrees counterclockwise or 270 degrees clockwise. So this 180 degrees counterclockwise is the same as 180 degrees clockwise, the exact same thing. Multiply the x and y coordinates by -1. So you have the x and y, and so they're both negative and going 180 degrees clockwise or counterclockwise. 270 degrees counterclockwise is the same as 90 degrees clockwise. We multiply the x coordinate by -1. So first we have the xy. We multiply the x coordinate by -1 and then interchange the x and y. So it's the opposite of this one, so we'd have y and -x this time. Okay, so these are some examples here. So we'd have, these are all the primes. So S is 2, -1, and we're going rotating 90 degrees counterclockwise. Or this, we're going to negative y and x. Okay, so we're going from xy to negative y and x, just like what we show there. So we're flipping them and then changing the sign here. So 2 and negative 1 would become 1, 2. 5 and 1, so you're flipping them, and then the y becomes negative, so it'd be negative 1 and 5. And then you're flipping them, so it'd be 3, 3, but the y would be negative there. So this one's rotating 180 degrees counterclockwise. So this would be x and y of the pre-image would go to negative x, negative y. So negative 3, 3 would become 3, negative 3. 2, 4, negative 2, negative 4. 1, 2, negative 1, negative 2. And then this one would go from xy, we're counterclockwise 270 degrees around the origin. We would go, we're flipping them again, but now the x is the negative 1 there. So we'd flip them, so we'd have negative 3 and positive 2, and then we'd have negative 1 and negative 2. We flip them, so we have 2 and negative 3. Okay, so we have examples. We've got JKL, so J is, X is 2, Y is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would be J. K would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2. And that would be K. L would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be L right there. So this is the pre-image of JKL. We're going to rotate it 90 degrees clockwise, so it'll be around the origin. So the origin is always in the center there, and we're going to rotate it 90 degrees. So it's going to end up right there. So when we're doing 90 degrees counterclockwise, we're going XY to negative y and x. So we're flipping. So J prime would be, this would be negative 6 and 2. So we've got negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and positive 2. This would be J prime. K prime would end up being negative 2 and 5. So negative 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be K prime. And L would become negative 5 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this would be L prime. So this would be the rotated image. And if you see this, the K's, we should get the 90 degrees there as well. So this is the rotated around the origin, 90 degrees. Okay, now we're going 180 degrees clockwise. So we'll start with F is 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4. That's F. G is 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is G. H is 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2. That's H. So this is the pre-image right there, FGH. Okay, and we're rotating it 180 degrees, so it's going to end up here. So 180 degrees, we go from x, y to negative x, negative y. So this one's a little bit easier to do, so it'll be negative 2, negative 4 for f prime. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's f prime, g prime, negative 5, negative 6, negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's g prime right there. H prime would be negative 7, negative 2. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and negative 2. So that would be H prime right there. So this would be the rotated image. And if you go straight through, that should be 180 degrees right there from H to H prime. And it should be for all of the other points too. Okay, so those are the first ones. This was the image and that was the pre-image. Next one's here. We've got R. We're doing 270 degrees counterclockwise around the origin now. So we've got R is negative 6 and negative 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and negative 1. That's R. S is negative 4 and negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's S. And T is negative 2 and negative 1. So that is T. So that is the original pre-image there. Now we're rotating 270 degrees counterclockwise. So we're going from X, Y to Y and negative X. Okay, so R prime, so we're flipping them, Y stays the same, so it's negative 1, and X is changed, so 6. So negative 1 and negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be R prime. S and S would be your switching, so this negative 5 and then positive 4. So negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, positive 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be S prime. And then T prime would be, this becomes negative 1 and positive 2. So negative 1 and positive 2 here. So we've got, that's T prime right there. So this would be the rotated image. And if you see from the origin, should create a 90 degree angle there. But that's 90 degree clockwise. This would be 270 counterclockwise there. Okay, what rotation mapped the triangle SXU onto SXU? And you notice that if you went through the origin here, you'd actually get a straight line through the S's or the U's, so that means it will be 180 degrees rotation around the origin. This could be counterclockwise or clockwise, it's the same. So 180 degrees around the origin for that one.